Howdy, I'm Hugo. I'm the drummer of Tales of Perdition. The other members of Tales of Perdition have asked me to do some brief showing you around of the innards of our latest release, Golden Child Returns. Well, let's get straight to it, because every time I've recorded this has taken like 40 minutes, and I don't think anyone's going to watch a 40-minute long video of me showing you some orchestration. So, here we go. This is the intro of Golden Child Returns. Very fun, right? Best song you've ever heard, definitely. So what did I do when I was orchestrating? Cried a lot of tears. I'm bad at music theory, and this is hard. So, I basically was just trying to find ways to outline what's going on in the song and just add some weight and some dynamic and, just variation. Because as you were listening to that, I'm sure you picked up on the fact that the guitars playing a very similar thing all the way through the intro. So to add, motion on every 4-bar repeat, I change it up a little bit. So here's the first one. So yeah, that's that dum ba dum, because it just adds like a lilt and a movement to the intro. It adds excitement and drama, and you're just listening to it like, wow, this is amazing. I must donate lots and lots of money to Tales of Perdition. And that would be very welcome, because we're skin. And then what do? Next repetition, we add in some horns, and we add in some stabs on another set of horns, just to add even more stuff, because it's fun. And then, yeah, as you might have heard, we add a glockenspiel, because my soul overflows with whimsy. It's just fun. Like, look at him. Not what you're expecting. That's what I like to do. We add the top end of a string section. Pretty dope. And bottom end doesn't get any fun, though. Hey, the cellos, the double basses, the violas. No one likes violas. They can get in the bin. We add a piano. Again, just adding motion, fun stuff. We add a little synth line. Whoa, he's in space. So that all sounds like. And there isn't an alteration to the orchestration in this from that point onwards, because the drummer, me, goes ham on double kick here. So there you go. And if you're thinking, wow, Hugo, you're incredible at the drums. Thank you. This is all sampled. So this is all Superior Drummer 2. It's basically just we couldn't afford to rent out a studio to record the drums in. Everything was recorded in my bedroom, which is this luscious palace you see before you. So I thought there was enough rhythmic development going on there. Now let's listen through just those last couple of little bits, and you can see how it all goes together, how the biscuits are made. God, I have a Portnoy fill into the verse. Not the fact that I can't do anything faster. It's just, just wanted to have that Portnoy. Anyways, orchestration in the verse. We have one guitar drop out. So Matt, our guitarist, he drops out. And Andy is playing his little pattern, which is like this. Now, I used orchestration at this point to kind of balance things. I don't mind that there's one guitar on one side. It just felt weird to me. I wanted it to be balanced. Otherwise, it feels like someone's taken my head and gone like, boom, which irritates me. I don't like it when people take my head and go, boom. So I add in a little lo-fi piano. Well, it's just a piano sample from Cubase that I aggressively abused with some plugins, and it sounds like this. Wow, I know, what incredible stuff. But it does actually do a good job of just kind of balancing it out, and it also gives you a difference to what comes before. Fun to have little sounds in there as well. I don't know, what's the point of having all of the possibilities in the world if you're not going to use them? Right, strings, going fast so you don't get bored. Are you entertained? Be entertained. Right, there's a little string vamp in the verse. It sounds like this. Not like that, but like this. Offbeats are fun. You're not really going to hear the double bass poking through the song. It's going to like drop some energy in there because, you know, you've got a bass, the bottom end of the guitars, the drums. It's going to be kind of masked by everything, but it still just adds a little bit of energy. Just adds a little bit of emotion. It's fun. That's the whole point of orchestrating, to be fun. We actually did some stuff with the vocals here as well, which I'm sure Alea is going to be overjoyed that I'm isolating her little weird spoken words. So we've got the main line, which is this guy. The word is heard of your lament, but you deserve no pity. Fun little distortion effect on it to make it different to the chorus. We've got these little spoken word bits. There you go. The word is heard of your lament, but you deserve no pity. Which is quite enjoyable. I liked doing that. And then we did some whispers. Now, if you don't like sibilant sounds, I suggest you mute the video. It's just fun. Adds a dimension. You suddenly have a little demon in your head, and you're like, oh, I'll bequeath you all my treasures, which means give Tales of Perdition money. Bequeath me all your treasures, my gold-encrusted heart. There you go. Definitely not taking the mick out of Andy's very nice songwriting about King Midas's daughter being turned to gold. Now, next fun bit. We have got a pre-chorus, which I enjoy. I wanted a different sound. I wanted it to be kind of grotty and weird, so I did this. Which is a combination of things. We have got a funny little string pad, which I call Broken Strings. Which is, it's just stock Cubase sounds, which have been really distorted and messed with. Then we've got this, which is a piano. Spacey delay effects. The plugin I use for this is called Delay, with 2 E's. It's free, it's great, it allows you to do some weird stuff and create some fun spaces. The other thing that's in this section is just some horns and some stuff like backing it up. We've also got tubular bells, which, you know, everybody loves Christmas. Yeah, ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho. Merry Christmas. Or The Exorcist, very different vibes. Probably more Exorcist-y vibes in here. But that just helps, you know, give it a spooky feeling. Now, you probably noticed that a lot drops out when we go into the chorus, this bit, where she starts singing about golden children. I initially thought, because Andy wrote this song on the train to visit his parents, he was talking about himself, the golden child, returning to his parents' house. He has since come up with the story about it being about King Midas's daughter, which I think is a lie, and he just wrote a cool little song about himself being epic, because he's a nice guy. Right, now, if you have loud stuff all of the time, you know, it's just not interesting. You know, if everyone's super, nobody is. So we have a contrast. We have a big old contrast. We go from really dense to less dense. In isolation, it sounds like this. Very nice string samples, Hugo. And then we have a little counter melody here. spelling around the chord. What a genius. I'm assuming you've already listened to this song, because if you haven't, why? Why not? You should listen to this song. Right, now, next fun bit. Well, there's a lot of fun bits, but I don't know, guitar solos, everyone likes those. Unless you're not a guitarist, in which case you're like, oh, can't get back to the chorus, God's sake. So this song has kind of a pre-solo, little solo, which is a truly bodacious thing. But it's like a spoken word part with a cool little guitar line in it, so it's kind of a solo, kind of not. Cause you can hear when I play it, there's a lot going on, so I strip back the orchestration to try and make it, just less overwhelming.
The more you have, the more you want, the more you want, the less you need, the less you need, the less you love, the less you love, the more you
Now, this is where I just start using an orchestra as an extension of a drum kit. Yeah, I know, I'm a drummer. I'm sorry. I just like me. I'm the best. So we have, if you listen to the drums, it goes. Taken from when Andy and Matt wrote Andy wrote and then Matt edited the guitar parts. So it's just can't use Cubase, sorry. It's just emphasizing that riff and drum part with that. And it gives a lot of space to Matt's solo, which is pretty busy. Goes flipping wild and everyone's like, oh, Matt, oh god, he's cool. And then we change things up. Andy has his solo, which is a little bit more lyrical, and I again abuse the opportunity to make an orchestra a big extension of a drum kit. So if we listen to what I'm doing, you can basically see the orchestra lines up with stabs and crashes on the kit. So here we go. Here, because I go into a blast beat and start taking up a ton more room. Wow. Yeah, it's really hard to play with that velocity live, but I feel like I've dropped the gauntlet with the MIDI drums. So we can hear the orchestration like steps back and becomes a lot smoother. We go back to stabbing things because we're like, rah, aggressive, it's metal, and then we go into a little offbeat thing because the drums have an offbeat thing in the cymbals on the china because it's just really fun on the china, not something else. It's just fun to slap chinas on offbeats, really. And then you're surprised when you've slapped a china a bunch really hard and you've cracked it and you're like, oh, I don't understand. But this is what it sounds like. Pretty fun. I think that's probably like the highlights. Oh, wait a minute. There's one really fun little bit where I was definitely not under the influence of alcohol. I use risers a lot. Risers are just things that create tension and movement and scene changes and fun. So here we go. One of them is a whistle. The other one is a boiling kettle. So this is just a kettle. Just boiling, coming to the boil, like old school kettle. It's just fun. But most importantly, we have my little friend that I added in here when I was bored, which is a frog in reverse. So if we split it, I think he's also quite affected. I think he had quite a bit of da 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 do da do da, but a bit of stuff on him. Processing. Come on, Hugo, use Cubase. Right, here we go. He's a frog originally. It doesn't sound like it, but he is. I guarantee you that was originally a frog. But yeah, enjoy. I hope you enjoy Golden Child Returns with all of its little frogs. And yeah, bye.